Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sophie. I have a doctorate in literature, which means I get way too emotionally invested in the shows that we're watching. Today, we're reacting to episode 5 of season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Last episode, Sukuna came out to play. The special grade curse was absolutely terrified, as you would be, because it's Sukuna. We saw domain expansion, which I have a feeling is going to be incredibly important and relevant, and I'm gonna try and lock it away for future. Itadori isn't able to take back control from Sukuna, which is a little bit concerning considering he's been able to do it without any issue every other time. But this is completely different because his body was literally being destroyed by this special grade curse, and the only way he was able to actually counteract it was by letting Sukuna take control. But Megumi is not leaving because he wants to ensure that Itadori gets out safely, but also as an insurance policy in case Sukuna somehow takes over and therefore Itadori can't come back and he has to eliminate. But I don't know if he would even stand a chance against Sukuna because we've seen how insane Sukuna can be. And even Gojo was like, yeah, I could beat Sukuna, but I would be exhausted, which is insinuating that it would be a lengthy battle. So kind of a little concerned about Megumi. I feel like I'm saying his name about 500 different ways. And no matter how many times people tell me how it's pronounced, I still struggle with it. It's one of those names that like I'm just not wrapping my tongue around. I'm trying. Everyone's saying stress the M-E, like Megumi, but I don't know, something about it doesn't sound right. I'm just gonna roll with Megumi because you know who I'm talking about. And if you have an issue with that, I'm sorry, I'm trying. But without further ado, we're gonna jump into episode 5. Oh, Sukuna is really cool though. I do like Sukuna. I know I shouldn't, but there's just something. Whoa, what was that?
聖徳領域が閉じた。特急が死んだんだ。あとは虎杖が無事に戻れば。
残念だが、奴なら戻らんぞ。これは何の縛りもなく俺を利用したツケだな。俺と変わるのに少々手こずっているようだ。しかしまあそれも時間の問題だろう。
Why are we stripping? What's going on?
俺に今できることを考えた。
Oh my god! Oh, he can kill Itadori because there's so many parts of him left that it doesn't matter. The parts that Itadori has consumed.
小僧を人質にする。
人質？
ああ、俺はこれなしでも生きていられるがな。
Itadori
小
can't.
僧はそうもいかん。俺と変わることは死を意味する。そしてさらにダメ押しだ。
You crafty little shit!
中にいたあの特急呪霊が取り込んでいたのか。
さてと、晴れて自由の身だ。
Oh my god, he's gonna go on a rampage.
殺す。
Oh my god, please don't kill him. Please say someone like Gojo shows up.
立場が逆転したな。
I know Gojo isn't like here because he's on a different mission, but like for some unknown circumstance, like Gojo actually come here to help,
不
please.
平等な現実のみが平等に与えられている。虎杖は戻ってくる。その結果自分が死んでもな。
買いかぶりすぎだ。こいつは他の人間より多少頑丈で鈍いだけだ。
No.
宣告もな、今の際で怯えに怯え。
But he wouldn't let you go on to massacre people. He wouldn't.
断言する。奴に自死する度胸はない。
腕が治ってる。
That was insane.
自由。反転術式が使えるんだ。スクナは受肉してる。心臓なしで生きられるとはいえダメージはあるはずだ。虎杖が戻る前に心臓を治させる。心臓を書いた体では俺に勝てないと思わせるんだ。
Oh!
できるか。
These are some mastermind tricks.
特急の前ですら動けなかった俺にできるかじゃねえ。やるんだよ。
No!
せっかく外に出たんだ。
Oh my god, this is gonna be so cool. fuck?
面白い。式神使いのくせに術師本人が向かってくるか。
He is moving as if this is nothing to him. He's like, yeah, try harder.
もっと呪いを込めて。
Oh,
撃ってみろ。
okay, but why is Sukuna hot? I hate that I find him hot, but I do.
畳みかけろ。
No! Did they die or do they like regenerate? Because it scares me.
広く使おう。
Holy shit, this is so cool though. Oh! Oh my god.
パワーもアジリティも
Insane.
違う。
いい術式だ。
What the fuck? He's just built different. Oh, it was protecting him.
聖徳領域を抜けるのに式神一通り使っちまった。極剣城とオロチは
No, they are destroyed.
その上ヌエも限界だ。
Oh.
壊される前に解いた方がいいな。
なるほど。お前の式神、影を媒体にしているのか。
今さらバレたところで問題はない。
They're not coming back. The snake and the dog were so cool.
お前あの時、なぜ逃げた？宝の持ち腐れだな。どのみちその程度ではここは直さんぞ。
バレバレか。
つまらんことに命をかけたな。
I mean, he accidentally healed his hand when he didn't want to, so he might accidentally do it again with the heart, even if he figured out his plan.
不平等な現実のみが平等に与えられている。
誰かを呪う暇があったら大切な人のことを考えていたいの。
Oh. Is that his
疑う余地の
mom
ない善人だった。
or sister?
誰よりも幸せになるべき人だった。それでも積み木は呪われた。俺の性別も知らずめぐみなんて名前をつけた父親は今もどこかでのうのうと生きている。因果応報は全自動ではない。
Probably his mom.
悪人は法の下で初めて裁かれる。呪術師はそんな報いの歯車の一つだ。
There's so much information here that I'm trying to take in.
少しでも多くの善人が平等を享受できるように。
Which is why he wanted to save Itadori. Oh my god, the music.
不平等に人を助ける。
If life isn't fair, I'm not gonna play fair.
お前が命を燃やすのはこれからだったわけだ。なるほど。
Oh, I really don't want anything bad to happen to him.
フルベゆらゆらやつこ。言っておくが俺はお前を助けた理由に論理的な思考を持ち合わせていない。危険だとしてもお前のような善人が死ぬのを見たくなかった。それなりに迷いはしたが
Because it's not fair.
結局はわがままな感情論。でもそれでいいんだ。俺はヒーローじゃない。
And he doesn't pretend to be.
呪術師なんだ。だからお前を助けたことを一度だって後悔したことはない。
Oh, but what about his lack of heart?
やっぱ伏黒は頭がいいからな。俺より色々考えてんだろ。お前の真実は正しいと思う。でも俺が間違ってるとも思わん。ああ、悪い。そろそろだわ。伏黒も釘崎も五条先生は心配や。
Unless he's outwitting Sukuna and that Sukuna actually needs this body because there's not another vessel that he can accomplish. Don't know if accomplish is the right word. Or is he like dead? I think Sukuna is never going to have another vessel. So I think Sukuna's going to have to help him in order to work to take over Itadori's body again. Or maybe not. There could be another way of saving him. But I mean, his heart was ripped out.
わざわざ貴重な指一本使ってまで確かめる必要があったかね。少なの実力。
まあ、中途半端な当て馬じゃ意味ないからね。
Who are you?
貴様は喋るでない。何言ってるかわからん。
I'm so confused. What is happening?
いらっしゃいませ。
Testing Sukuna's strength with a finger. So, okay, so she can't see them, only he
一名
can.
です。
I'm confused. Who is he? He's connected to Sukuna, but how?
快適した時の選択肢は逃げるか死ぬか。まずは絶対に戦わないことと彼らに忠告したのですが。
わざとでしょ、特急相手。しかも生死不明の5人の救助に1年生の派遣はありえない。それにユージは僕が無理を通して死刑に実質無期限の猶予を与えた。それを面白くない上が僕の犬間に特急を利用して手よく彼を始末したってとこだろう。
That's so
他
shit.
の2人が死んでも僕に嫌がらせができて一石二鳥とか思ってんじゃない？
Wow. That's fucked.
犯人探しも面倒だ。いっそのこと上の連中全員殺してしまおうか。
Oh, Gojo villain arc?
珍しく感情的だな。彼のこと随分とお気に入りだったんだな。
僕はいつだって生徒思いのナイスガイさ。
あまり意地地をいじめるな。私たちと上の間で苦労してるんだ。
もっと言って。
男の苦労なんて興味ねえ。
Praise me.
スクナの器か。
Oh. I know they said that somebody was going to die one of the first years, but still, I didn't actually think it would happen. I don't buy that he's like gone though.
あんた、仲間が死ぬの初めて？
タメは初めてだ。
会って2週間やそこらよ。そんな男が死んで泣きわめくほどちょろい女じゃないのよ。
It's still shit though. Oh. She puts on a brave face, but they're all just kids, you know? They lost someone their own age. It's shit. It's also a reminder of their own mortality. I don't think Itadori's gone.
なんだ。
I don't know.
いつにも増して新規臭いな、めぐみ。おつやかよ。
I mean,
全員
kinda.
先輩。
私を名字で呼ぶんじゃね
マキ、
え。今話し中だ。
知らないのか。あいつらが暗いわけ。
There's a panda and it's talking.
マジで死んでるんですよ。昨日一年坊が一人。
おかか。
これじゃ私が血も涙もねえ鬼みてえだろ。
実際そんな感じだぞ。
ツナマヨ。
何あの人たち。
I'm confused. What's going on?
後輩にはもっと優しく接しないと。
甘やかすだけが優しさかね。
What is
ジュ
happening?
ニアは学生1だ。
筋子。
ジュゴン氏、犬巻先輩。5位がおにぎりの具しかない。
I was wondering why he was talking about
でも言う
fish.
といる時は少し丸くなるよな。
パンダ先輩。あと1人、乙骨先輩って唯一手放して尊敬できる人がいるが、今海外。
あんた、パンダをパンダで済ませる気か。
Literally the panda named Panda. Why are we not talking more about the panda? What's
お前
going
たちに
on?
京都姉妹校交流会に出てほしくてな。
京都姉妹校交流会？
I'm confused. I'm so lost right now.
京都にあるもう一校の高専との交流会だ。でも2、3年メインのイベントですよね。
その3年のボンクラが定学中なんだ。だからお前
Oh,
ら
they're
出ろ。
suspended? What did they do?
スマブラ
Smash Bros.
メテオで吹き潰すの。
なら3人でやる
Mario
わ
Kart。
交流会は高専の
Should
東
be
京
Mario
校、
Kart
京都校、それぞれの学長が提案した勝負方法を1日ずつ2日間かけて行う。初日が団体戦、2日目が個人戦って毎年決まってる。
鮭。
個人戦、団体戦って
Salmon.
戦うの？呪術師同士で？殺す以外なら何してもいい呪術合戦だ。
Jeez.
逆に
Oh,
殺
that's
され
gonna
ない
be
よう
cool.
みっちりしごいてやるぞ。
人手不足なんでしょ？呪術師は。
いい質問ですね。今はな。 冬の終わりから春までの人間の陰気が初夏にドカッと呪いとなって現れる繁忙期ってやつだ。
Seasonal depression.
やる。
私は
俺は強くなるんだ。そのためなら何だって。
A
で
shared
も白
dream.
木も交流会も意味がないと思ったら即やめるから。
まあ、こんくらい生意気な方がやりがいがあるわな。
他か。
That's kind of cute.
つまり君たちのボスは今の人間と呪いの立場を逆転させたいと。
What, so curses take the place of humans and humans take the place of curses?
人間は嘘でできている。表に出る正の感情や行動には必ず裏がある。だが負の感情、憎悪や殺意などは偽りのない真実だ。ここから生まれ落ちた我々呪いこそ真に純粋な本物の人間なのだ。偽物は消えてしかるべき。
だが現状消されるのは君たちの方だ。
They want to eliminate humans. So curses can thrive because they're born pure.
戦争の前に一つ目は呪術師最強と言われる男
Gojo?
五
Gojo?
条悟を戦闘不能にすること。
Oh shit.
二つ目、両面宿儺虎杖裕二を仲間に引き込むこと。
Itadori's not going to be dead because they're going to revive him.
さあどうかな。
Sukuna's going to repair his heart.
許可なく見上げるな。不愉快だ。小僧。
Oh, they're just kind of vibing together, aren't they?
ジュジュ散歩。
鮭臭い。
臭くない。臭くない。なんで俺のこと畜生
Oh,
みたいに扱
Panda's
うん
so
だよ。
cute.
パンダだからな。
たかな。
風呂に入れって言ってんのに入りゃしねえ。
濡れるのが嫌なんだよ。でも俺はお前らと違って汗かかないし、ちゃんと毎日ファブって
I
る。
Febreze every day.
ということがあった。
Cute.
お前ら嗅いでみろ。
Oh, his little face.
別に臭くない。お日様の匂いって感じですね。
お日様。
A bit like how cats don't really smell, even though they lick themselves and they also lick their ass, but they smell kind of like bread, sunshine, and all the good things in the world. Yeah, I didn't think Itadori would be dead because I think as much as Sukuna wants to punish him and calls him a brat, and Sukuna's like, yeah, I have all these like pieces of myself in the world. So it doesn't really matter if I lose Itadori. I think it does because Itadori is a vessel and it's rare for vessels to be found. And there's no guarantee that Sukuna's going to find another vessel. So why would he risk losing a body that he can actually take control of in order to massacre women and children, which is kind of what he wanted to do? It wouldn't make any sense. Okay, so Gojo kind of looks like he wants to go on a villain arc because the higher-ups, when he was away, decided to go against what essentially they had agreed to, which was to suspend Itadori's death sentence. So with Gojo out of the picture and unable to intervene, they then set it up that the 3 first years would go and take on a special grade curse with the idea that they would all die, or it didn't matter if they all died. So the real reasoning behind it was to kill Itadori, was to get rid of him because they fear Itadori and they fear Sukuna. So they saw it as essentially killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And even as Gojo was saying, if the other 2 had died as well, it would just be another reason to kind of hound him over it. It's not really a big deal to them. They don't really care because the bigger threat, which is Itadori / Sukuna, would have been taken out of the picture. But he then started talking about like, maybe I should just kill all the higher ups. And I'm like, is this like foreshadowing for where Gojo's going to finally take this? That Gojo's going to wipe out Jujutsu sorcerers because he sees them as maybe being corrupt, that he doesn't agree with the direction that the higher-ups are going in. But that would be quite interesting because that would place Gojo and Megumi against one another, and that's like teacher and student. ending up becoming enemies, in that if Gojo decides that the world would be better off without jujutsu sorcerers, or he's going to get rid of the corruption and rebuild the jujutsu sorcerers from the ground up, then it could put him at odds with those that don't necessarily agree with what Gojo's doing. But it does seem a little bit of foreshadowing as to where Gojo might be going. We also got introduced to a new character who is conversing with curses, and they want to start a war on humanity. Basically, they see curses as being pure because curses are born from the parts of humanity that cannot lie. There's no falsehood to them. So therefore, curses in their mind are pure beings and therefore superior to humanity, which is duplicitous. They're able to hide their emotions, but they can never hide like their regret, their hatred, and the negative aspects. The curses now want to take the place of humans by flipping the switch, that instead of curses being eradicated, it's humans that are eradicated, because again, their whole premise is if we are born of the parts of humans that cannot lie and cannot have falsehood, then we are perfect beings and humans aren't, because humans can have falsehood. Their happy emotions can masquerade their true anger and resentment towards somebody that then manifests into a curse, because all curses are born of the human mind. So that's interesting. And then they want to get Sukuna on side in this war. They want to take Gojo out of the picture because Gojo poses the biggest threat. So we're about to see a conflict go down, which is kind of insane. And then we got a little bit of Megumi's backstory. I'm really sad that the white demon dog and the snake are destroyed. They're gone. They were so cool design-wise. I'm hoping there is a way for him to like bring them back. But I love the premise that the only thing granted equally to all is an unfair reality, which is essentially saying that the world is cruel, and regardless of your background and your experiences, you're always going to face hardship, and there's going to be unfairness in the world that you can't circumvent. So he's essentially saying that you can't be fair to everyone, and because you can't play fair because it's not realistic, what we have to do instead is prioritize, is to do what we can to protect those closest to us. And the reason he protected Itadori was for no greater purpose other than it would have been a shame for someone who he sees as good and kind to die that type of death. And that's the only reason he stood up for Itadori and didn't want him to die. And I know it's quite like a cynical take, but I think in some way it is realistic. It's looking at the world as an unfair place, and the world is an unfair place. There's always going to be disadvantages. Life isn't fair, but we have to pick ourselves up and continue to move forward. That if we just sit and wallow about how unfair and unjust life is and do nothing about it, then nothing's going to change. So Megumi's almost accepted that, yeah, the world is shit, that we're just another cog in this machine of retribution, that karma isn't what we expect it to be, and the only people that get to judge evil people is the law. And that doesn't seem very fair, especially because some people may get away with crimes that others can't. And it looks like potentially he lost his mom. There was the image of a woman, and then it cut to him being beside her bed in hospital. And I think this concept of life is unfair is that he lost someone that was truly kind and deserving of a long life, and it was cut short far sooner than it should have been. And he has some resentment and anger there, as you would if that you were in that situation. So of course that has shaped his philosophy in that he only wants to save good people. He doesn't want to waste his time on those that he doesn't deem as worthy, which is why he was not on board with this idea of saving those in the juvenile facility, because he's like, well, they've been judged by the law as deviant, and I know their files, they're not good people. So why would I waste my time and energy to save those that have been, in a sense, rightfully punished? They are where they deserve to be. I'm going to invest my energy in saving those that I think are worthy of living a longer life because it would be unfair for their lives to be cut shorter because they didn't deserve to be punished. It's an interesting philosophy, and I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how that shapes his perspective throughout Jujutsu Kaisen. Also, is it just me, or does the guy at the end kind of look like Megumi? And we didn't see his father, but it does mention his dad in this episode as well, where it talks about his father giving him the name with no regards as to the gender. So am I right in saying that Megumi would be more like a woman's name in Japan? Or is it sort of like a gender neutral name? I don't know, but it kind of is alluding that like it's not a typical name given to a boy. And that's why it's kind of like life is unfair because I didn't get a name that is traditional to my gender. So it's kind of already toying with that even from birth. Life isn't fair because, you know, if you were given a name that isn't seen as being akin to your gender, society can be quite cruel. Children can pick on you and tease you. It was tying into that premise. But yeah, the character at the end kind of looks like Megumi. I don't know. It's all a little bit confusing, very interesting nonetheless, but there's so many moving parts. Sukuna's so fucking cool. He's such a little shit. Just the way that he was moving as if it was nothing. And it was nothing to him. He truly was unfazed, but God, it's almost like a fever dream at times. Between watching this and Chainsaw Man, my brain is just like, what the fuck am I watching? This is insane. It's so good, but it's so hard to follow at times just because there's so much information being thrown at you. But then there's also a lot of information that's being kept well hidden. So you kind of don't fully understand where it's going just yet. But I'm sure as the season goes on, we'll get little bits of information thrown at us. We've already been introduced to a new character who's wanting to start a war. There's some curses that are working with him. We have Gojo, who looks like he might be going on his villain arc. We have Panda. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Panda. Panda the panda. I don't know how the fuck that works. Is he actually a panda, or is he like someone that got trapped in the body of a panda? Or like, is it a panda that consumed a curse and became fully aware and able to communicate? I don't know. It's very strange. But Panda the Panda is kind of cool. And then we have this summer event where Jujutsu sorcerers fight other Jujutsu sorcerers in another school, and everything goes bar killing each other. But why do I feel like it's not going to be that simple and it could be a catalyst for disaster? Because we now have these characters looking to try and get Sukuna and Itadori on side, and Gojo kind of just being fully pissed off at the higher-ups in the Jujutsu Sorcerer Society. Don't know if that's the right term, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the next episode and more of Gojo. I like Gojo. I'm glad Gojo's back because he was on his little mission, so I'm excited to learn more about him and his connection to this kind of mysterious figure that wants to destroy humans. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. Until next episode, bye!